Alright, what's going on, guys? gdoggcasey here, getting ready for another episode of Final Fantasy XIV Leveling Series. Oh, it's good to be back. It's been quite a while since I've recorded. You guys know I made that update video a little while ago. Basically just explaining, how things have been a little weird over here. It's been really hot. Yesterday was like, it was 32 or something like that, but it felt like 41 with the humidex. It's still really hot, and they're like issuing heat warnings and everything. So I guess it really is a heat wave, but basically what we've done is we've just reinstalled our AC. We're hoping that it's not going to be noticed and we won't have to pay for it, but even if we do have to pay for it, it's going to be worth it. So that said, it's still hot in this room, but at least I have like a safe haven in the other room, so when I'm done recording I can go cool down. Before, I didn't actually have that, so it was like there was no safe haven anywhere, and it just felt absolutely terrible. But we're good to go and ready to get started recording again, and I have quite a few things to talk about, but before we get started, let's go ahead and pick up this quest here for the Leves of Swift Perch. And this is what we were talking about in the last episode. I missed that quest, did not pick it up, so now we're actually going to go on over to Swift Perch. And we're going to start spending our tickets now because there's a few other things that were gifted to me after we were done recording the last episode. From Luna himself, gave me 500,000 gil. And just a whole bunch of gear that I can use through the leveling process, all the way up to like level 45. That's basically all of it. Now, that is where I'm going to put a stop to accepting gear. It's not that I'm not grateful. You guys know that. You guys know I'm grateful. But at this point, I actually want to be able to make at least some progress on my own. So, I appreciate all the help that everyone's given me. We got a nice start. We're not going to have to really collect gear all that much going forward until we hit like level 50. That's when the actual gear grind starts anyway. So this gear that I've been gifted from time to time, it's not really consequential. Again, I appreciate it. It's not like it's nothing, but it's all stuff that is going to be replaced eventually anyway. So, still huge thanks to everybody who's gifted me things, but at this point, I'm actually just going to graciously decline any other gifts sent my way because I actually want to earn some of the stuff myself on this series, and that's the sort of whole idea of it. And so far I've been sort of been given a free path, and that's not something that everyone's going to get. So it's I want to make sure that we're at least somewhat still able to go here. Now, I was just about to start this without explaining, but for those of you new to the game, this is one of the things that really confused me at first, was the Leves. And I don't really know why it confused me, because now that I understand it, it's basically very simple, but I guess just what they were called, Leves. Like, it's a weird name for something, so at least in my opinion, I don't really, never used that word before. But basically, in certain areas in the game, usually in like little hub worlds like this, or hub cities, you'll have a guy called the Leve Meat, this dude. And you can find them in the major cities as well, in the adventurers guilds usually. And you can pick up leaves from all over the world in those guilds, but you can pick up area-specific leaves in these specific areas. This guy is offering grabbing crabs. Now, a leve is basically like a repeatable quest. And all you have to do is pick up the leve from the Leve Meat, either in the Adventurers Guild in your city or in the different cities throughout the world. And once you pick it up, it goes into your quest log. Okay, you push J to get to your quest log, you see the leve here. What you have to do is select the leve, and I recommend checking the map and looking for the green circle. Obviously, this one is going to be nearby because we just picked it up here. But we got the green circle here. This is where the leve is going to at least start. So as long as we're nearby, we can then click Initiate. Now, we get rewarded with some pretty badass leve music. And this one is very simple. It's our first leve we've ever done. It's literally just defeat this big claw. We'll use our Berserk here just to get a little extra damage in. And there we go. This one was much more simple. When you're done a leve, when you complete it, you're given the option to teleport back to the Leve Meat dude. And because we only have one leve to do here, we're going to do that. But later on, you'll be picking up like 4 or 5 at a time, and you'll want to sort of just go out and do them all. You get a nice experience boost, as well as sometimes some random items. So we've completed our first leve. We're going to select the money here for our gift or our reward. And then we're gonna pick up this quest, which is simply the Hest. And this is gonna help us unlock Guildhests. Now again, these are very simple, but because they're called Guildhests, a lot of people probably get confused about what they actually are. You're gonna have a battle warden throughout the world, but you only need to speak to the first one. After you talk to this one and you're given the first Guildhest, you no longer need to find these guys because they will all automatically fill up your duty finder. This is the Guildhest, and to get down to brass tacks, a Guildhest is like a mini dungeon. That's it. So I'll show you exactly what that is. Because we're a tank, excuse me, because we're a tank, we're going to be getting into these very quickly. And this is the very first one. So it's a really simple Guildhest. And it basically is just built to get you comfortable playing with a group of people. And it's a full party. We got a healer, a tank, and 2 DPS. And we just need to tank this little area here for these guys. Now, we do have overpower, which is what we're going to use to make sure that these enemies stick to us. So you want them to be all in a bit of a group here. Line up your overpower so it hits all 3. For these guys, you probably only need 1 overpower. They die very simply. It's incredibly hard to mess this Guildhest up, to be honest. So don't worry too much about it. And even if you do, like, just try again. No one's gonna care. So now we have a nice sized fight here. We're gonna try to collect everybody up with overpower. There we go. Now, overpower uses a lot of TP, but these guys die so fast that there's actually no real problem just using strictly overpower while there's multiple enemies and then switching to single target damage once you're actually ready for that. And here we go. Our cooldowns line up nicely so we can use Berserk again. There we go. Give a player commendation. I always give it to the healer or the tank for the most part, unless one of the DPS really impresses me. And it's only because I like to encourage people playing tanks and healers because we need more of them. Alright, and the first time you complete a Guildhest, this is the important thing. You get a major experience boost, which is really, really good. So we want to make sure we get those first clears as quickly as possible because that experience boost is going to be very helpful. And then after that, you can do dailies, which if we look here, we're going to have the duty roulette for Guildhests, which actually we can still complete to get a bonus in experience and guild. And later on we'll get seals as well, which are very important. Alright, so there's going to be 2 Guildhests that unlock every 5 levels, starting from level 10, going up to level 40, I think. So we're going to do Under Armor as well. We're going to queue up for it at least. And the rest of this is going to have us, well, let's take a look at our quest log here. We have a lot of quests. I guess we'll go here. I'm not really... I didn't really plan out this episode, to be honest, so we're just going to sort of play. It's been a little while since I've recorded, so I just jumped into it without even really caring too much about what we were going to do, but I did know I wanted to get those leaves done. So again, just a quick recap, because the leaves are a little confusing for new players. They're useful for when you... The biggest thing I use them for is for leveling up DPS classes, because... Oh shit, there's a lot of stuff going on here. DPS classes have a real hard time getting into dungeons, and I think dungeons in general are some of the best ways to level up in terms of like experience per hour, but it's really hard to get in. So you can do leave quests while you wait, which I think is a good way to spend your time. There's also the Palace of the Dead, which is a very effective leveling tool, and we will discuss that later on once we unlock it and once we eventually do it. But yeah, a lot of people like to use the Palace of the Dead as well for leveling up, and it's definitely a valid choice. Okay, this guy's up there, but there should still be one down here. Nope, I'm wrong. Alright. Gonna have to head on up. Gonna packed lunch up here.
Alright, we're just cleaning up these side quests here. We're going to be doing them for a little while longer. We're on the quest for pants right now. And we're very close to hitting level 15, and level 15 is going to be pretty good because there is a Marauder class quest that we really want to do. And we'll probably drop everything to do it because it gives us an ability that I'm a fan of, so... So once we do hit level 15, we'll probably just head over to Leves. And I think, what was I gonna say? I can't remember now. Oh, I think once we queue up for this Guildhests, that'll probably be enough experience to level up to 15 anyway. I'm noticing this. Even lately, it seems like even being a tank, it takes like a little while to actually get in to some of these queues. Usually no longer than 5 minutes though. But if you're struggling with queues, tank is where you want to be because tank is always the one that everyone's waiting for. So here, again, I don't even really know exactly what I'm doing. I'm just running over to all these little markers on the map and clicking on them, picking things up. Doing these mundane tasks for everybody. Like I said, early in the game, you're basically Eorzea's bitch. You're going to be running around doing all sorts of mundane shit for all sorts of mundane people. I think that's okay. Because it gives you a sense of progression later on when you start doing actual big things. It's, you know, you came from a small background and now you're, you know, saving the world. That's how it's supposed to work, right? So our story quest is eventually going to take us there, but we did just hit level 15, so we're going to run on over to Leves again. We're going to use return, because why not? Take a sip of that coffee. And we're going to get that Marauder class quest done. I'm probably going to get interrupted by the Guildhests at some point. And that's okay. That is okay. Alright, so it wants us to go to Aleport. Oh, we are not tuned to Aleport. Okay, that was stupid. Wasn't I in Aleport? I think I was. Okay. I don't know, I might have been there, maybe not. This is kind of interesting. We have a quest for these lightning sprites. Although I'm not sure I picked up the quest around here. So we'll kill him. If we see anybody that is for a quest or for a hunting log, we're definitely going to stop and kill them. And I only have to kill 2 more, and they're both right here, so it works out. And they die pretty quickly. There we go.
Now I'll just run over to Aleport, which is just over there. On the other side of this hill. That, I believe, is still Limsa. In the background there. At least I think. I don't know, actually. Maybe that's Aleport. Indeed. I'm really confused. No, see, this is Aleport right in front of me. On the other side, I think that is Limsa, but I don't know. I could be wrong about that. Now, all of a sudden, I just don't even know what to believe, so who knows. But this is probably a good time for me to start talking about some of that news that I have. So, you know, in real life, like for me specifically, it's a mix of good news and bad news. For you guys, I think it's going to be mostly good news. Essentially, what's happened is I've had my work schedule downgraded to only work 20 hours a week now. So the bad news is, of course, that's going to it's going to suck for my, you know, bi-weekly paychecks, and that's going to be something that's going to take a little bit of getting used to. So you've been seeing like a lot of new games come up. I've been purchasing games left, right, and center the past couple months because I've been working a lot and getting paid, and that's what I've been spending a lot of my extra money on. But at this point, that kind of thing is going to slow down because I'm doing this for, I don't know why I'm coming up here. I'm doing this 20 hours a week thing until the end of the year, minimum. So, in terms of purchasing all this new stuff and everything like that, it's not quite something that I'm going to be able to keep up, at least for the immediate future. But what that does mean, and because I'm downgrading the hours, is it's going to give me a little bit of an opportunity to keep working on YouTube and actually doing a little more than I've been able to in the past, which I think is really good. So our Guildhests has popped here. This one's called Under the Armor. And we lost somebody, so that's fun. This one's incredibly simple. It's basically like just one little boss fight, a level 10 boss fight. Off we go. Sprint on in there. Use Berserk. And just DPS this guy down. He's going to summon a couple adds here and there, so we'll just take care of him. There's one of the adds. You could technically just avoid them. You don't even have to worry about them because the boss will die fast enough anyway, but I'm just going to do a little bit of tanking here. Make sure they're hitting me, just do my job, you know? But now I'm just going to focus the boss down. Because once the boss dies, the whole thing is over. Someone's cheering. GG. They will get a little bit more, a little tougher as we level up, but most of them are still pretty easy. You just want to do them for that first clear experience bonus. It's very helpful. I'm just waiting for everyone to turn it in here. And off we go. Yeah, so I'm going to have a lot more time to do a lot more recording. And what I'm doing is I'm basically looking at, okay, if I'm only working 4 hours a week, well, I was working 8 hours before, so why not put about 4 hours a day into YouTube and go that way? And I think it makes perfect sense, you know? Why would I've been given a little bit of a blessing. Of course, I'm paying for it. I'm not going to be getting paid as much, so in terms of saving and everything like that, it's going to not be quite as easy. But I'm still able to afford living. And I can still afford my Final Fantasy subscription, so that's basically the most important thing, right? Obviously, after rent and bills and food are all paid for. So I don't know what we're doing here, just some some other quest. But it means I'm going to be able to spend a lot more time recording videos. So all these like ideas I had before, they seemed just like a little bit too much to actually do because I just didn't have enough time. Well, now, you know, now I do. So once again, I'm going to be tweaking the schedule. I'm going to be tweaking the games that I upload. But one thing that I am striving for is Final Fantasy XIV 5 times a week, so we can actually get this dude up there and doing some important things. Some of the things I plan on bringing to the docket is going to be XCOM 2. War of the Chosen is the expansion that just came out. XCOM is... Okay, let's back this up a little bit. My roommate here told me that I should focus on games that I'm good at in terms of recording. Because, you know, that way I actually have something to offer. So, you know, Final Fantasy XIV, I mean, it's not a particularly tough game, but I would say that it's a game that I'm good at, so we're sticking with that. XCOM 2 is a game that I am terrible at, so it does not fit that that format of sticking to games that I'm good at. However, did I attune to this? I better have attuned to it. I actually don't think I did. You guys are probably screaming at me, making sure I don't forget. I was about to forget. Oh, I did attune to it. Okay, never mind. We got some blue quests over here. Yeah, Leves of Ailport, Brutal Strength. Oh yeah, okay, hold on, I forgot. We got a little distracted. We're doing Brutal Strength because that is what we need to do for our class quest. And that's important. We're going to pick up this Leve, though. And we will do it as soon as we're back in Ailport, once we're done with the class quest, which is actually in here. You might not have realized you can come in here, but you can. Okay, so we've talked to him. And we have to go to a certain spot and whistle just out there. Okay. No big deal. It'll be easy enough. But yeah, so XCOM 2 is a game that I had tried recording a long time ago when it first came out, and I failed miserably. I was really, really bad. And I still think that I'm pretty bad, but I've gotten a little better. I'm a little bit torn because I've been playing a game on my own. Well, me and my wife have been playing, and we're playing on easy. And on easy, things are, you know, I'm able to progress, basically. Here's a baby coral, by the way. We're gonna save from these scurvy dogs. But there's no way in hell that I'm gonna record a video series of me playing any game on easy. So that's not gonna happen. Even though about like 10 missions in, I had like, and it was on easy, about 10 missions in, which is pretty good. We went 10 missions without losing anybody. And it might have been even a little bit more than that, to be honest. I can't quite remember, but it was a nice chunk of the early game completed before I had lost any soldiers. And then we had like a devastating mission where I lost like 3 of my best guys. But anyway, I'm going to be recording it on the normal difficulty, and I'm just going to do my absolute best. And I think, even though XCOM is not particularly something that I'm good at, that I can like showcase and teach people how to play, I think that game lends itself to the emergent storytelling that comes out based on the different soldiers and the fact that it's permadeath for those soldiers. So, you know, it makes it very interesting and exciting, regardless of whether or not you're actually really good at it or not. So, I already have like 30 soldiers created, ready to go, and I think that's going to be a lot of fun. So that's one of the other series I'm going to be bringing to the table. And before I introduce the other new game I'm going to be bringing to the table, I'm going to mention that we are finishing up Pyre. I'm going to be able to focus some time on actually getting that game finished. It's not doing the greatest on the channel in terms of views, but it's still, it's a game that I need to complete. I love it, so I'm doing that one mostly for myself. Dark Souls 3 is going to be sticking around for one episode a week. That one gets a decent amount of views, and I think that once I get further into the game, people might be a little bit more interested in watching it, because everybody's sort of played through the beginning a bunch of times, so, you know, it's not necessarily mind-blowing stuff that I've been showing off in the early game, but we're going to get deeper into that game as well. Give me just a quick second here. Sorry about the sound. What else am I doing here? Oh, yeah, iRacing. So iRacing is going to be coming back. And I understand that I have basically kind of just ditched iRacing. Essentially what I was doing was just taking a little bit of a break from racing. I was playing a lot of other games, and I just took a little bit of a break from it. But it is coming back. And right now, the shitty thing about iRacing is, and this always seems to happen to me, but I am starting not in week 1 for the road course that I'm planning on doing, which is going to be the Skip Barber Road Series. I do have some Skip Barber races on my channel already if you want to go check them out, but Skip Barber is going to be the series that I am focusing on at first. And I'm going to try to get back to the NIS as well, which is, I've missed like 3 or 4 races in that, so I'm going to come back to it and start racing again. Alright, so hold on, let's get back on track here. So we've got to finish Brutal Strength. We've killed that Coral there that they wanted me to kill, and now they want me back at the Marauders Guild, so we're going to go do that. But yeah, iRacing is coming back. And there's a new game that was released a couple weeks ago called Tooth and Tail. And it's essentially like an RTS game under a really cute sort of art aesthetic, I guess. Everybody is like a type of mouse or a type of rat. Anyway, it's very hard to explain. I'll explain it in the video when I release it, but that goes along with me playing games that I'm good at, because apparently I'm actually pretty good at this game, and I'm hopefully not going to eat my words, but I've been doing pretty well online, and I want to showcase some of that. That's not going to be something that's going to stick around forever, because once Destiny 2 gets released, I already have money set aside, saved up for that game, and I'm going to purchase it as soon as it comes out for PC, which is on October 24th, I believe. Okay, here we're coming. Summerford Farms. So, I'm going to be playing Destiny 2 pretty heavily. In fact, it's most likely going to be like almost as often as Final Fantasy, at least to start with. So, hopefully you guys are somewhat excited for that. I've actually kept myself completely out of the loop for the console release, because I have plans on playing it on PC. I don't know if I'm going to be good at that game or not, but it's definitely going to be a lot of fun to start off with anyway. So yeah. So due to this whole thing of me working less, yes, I'm going to be getting paid less, which, you know, is going to suck a little bit, but I'm looking at it more of an opportunity to do some more work for YouTube and come back to you guys on a more regular basis, because that's where I'm most happy, when I'm able to release videos on a daily basis and sometimes, and more than just one video, you know? So you guys can get used to the fact that my videos are going to be uploaded much more. I'm going to be uploading much more videos in the near future, and I'm really happy about that. Hopefully you guys are as well. So yeah, that was like the main thing I wanted to talk about in this video. So we've got that taken care of, and that's really good. We can now focus mostly on just playing this game, which has us running from corner of the map to corner of the map as usual. Time to be like that. What kind of name is this? Is that really all he wanted me to do? I teleported all the way over there, ran across the map just so I can use a skill on a rock. What I'm mostly worried about now is I'm going to come back, and then they're going to send me out again, because they're going to be like, that was too easy, go do something else. Let's see. It'd be nice if I can just get my... Wait a minute. Okay, it is level 15. What am I talking about? Yeah, that seemed pretty easy for level 15. Yeah, skip cutscene. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, I get the most important thing. Tomahawk is my skill, and I get to pick... Ooh, that Cuirass is actually... This Cuirass is going to give me more than even these pants will. Who needs pants? There we go. Look at that. Looking great. Alright, so the big thing here is we got Tomahawk, which is essentially going to be our starting skill now. It's just like Shield Lob. In fact, it's basically the exact same thing as Shield Lob. So, I don't know if it's got the exact same potency or not, to be honest, but you basically start off your pulls with it. So that's really good. Okay, let's go here and start to take care of some of these like low-level quests, because the more levels we gain, the less likely we're gonna, like, the less experience we're actually gonna get from completing these, and they start to become worthless. This one might already be worthless, to be honest, but we're gonna get them done. And hopefully we'll get some pants from one of these quests. There's actually one I can turn in here, but... We'll be back. We'll turn in some of that stuff. Got a bunch of things to kill out here anyway. You can have some hunting log stuff. Still need one more of those. But I think we gotta kill these jackals over here? Yes, we do. I love Tomahawk. I'm going to be using it on almost every fight, so. Okay, those guys are dealt with. Anything else? Let's go to Candlekeep. We had a quest that we were supposed to do up here, didn't we? A bridge too full. Over there. Alright, I guess we're heading over there. Oh, hello. Hello, you stinky Moraby mole. Go be a mole somewhere else, ugly. Padfoot, eh? That's a good name for that jackal. I wonder if it's related to Harry Potter or not. Maybe, maybe not. This game has a lot of references in the names of its quests and stuff like that. Sometimes they're really good, too. Okay, so I think it's here that we're supposed to go. I am a little bit annoyed that I'm doing this quest right now because it's only level 11 and it kind of feels like a little bit of a waste of time. But I've already picked it up. There you are, hiding back here, whatever you're doing. Do I have to soothe him? Oh, I have to doubt him. Wait, is that not the right thing? Oh. Wrong guy. Okay, well, I guess we just ran all the way over here just to talk to him. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna cheat a little bit. It's gonna be a little quicker, so might as well do this. We've got the money. So we're gonna head down to Candlekeep. Just down this way. Or up this way, I don't know. Down or up. Either way. We got a couple things to turn in there, including our main story quest, so that'll be good. And at this point, our main story quest is basically, it's level 12, so we're getting quite ahead of the levels of the main story quest, so I'm actually going to refrain from picking up any side quests for now until we get caught back up in level. Otherwise, we're going to be stuck in this area forever and just never get anything done. Oh, he's the one that has to be doubted. Yeah, well, maybe you should have done your stupid job. How about that? He's gonna send us somewhere else. I'm just gonna repair my stuff here. Might as well. And every time we level up, we're gonna check our recommended gear. Yeah, we still have to come over this way, and we gotta go over this way as well. I'm gonna head over to this corner first. Just get rid of this side quest. Standing pretty damn close to the edge here, jeez. Level 13, yeah. We're gonna get ourselves a little bit caught up. I think that's probably the best way to handle this. Sorry, Jackal, I got no interest in you today. Main story has us coming down here. Now, you will never take enough damage to kill yourself with falling damage unless you are in combat. So even though these guys are not hitting me, if I were to jump down here, there's actually a pretty good chance that I'll just die. If you're not in combat, you'll take max damage, but you won't die. But we're in combat right now, so there we go. That wasn't even far enough to kill me anyway, but you never know. So you want to be careful. You can jump from anywhere as long as you're not in combat, and you'll never die. But if you're in combat, you'll die. That's the gist of it. Alright, we got some more hunting log people over here. Got a whole bunch of them, actually, so let's just round them all up. Use some overpower here. Pretty good against these guys. I should have used Berserk, but I forgot. Pick up this wheel. Oh. Hello. Pull this guy away from that group. There is still a hunting log entry there, but I only have one more that I need to kill. And I see an outlier right here, so I'm just gonna pull this guy. There we go. Dealt with. Level 16, nothing new here though. Okay. Ignore everyone, just run through them all. Return everything to this dude. Be real smid. These, Lanosians have strangest names. Okay. So like I said, we're skipping these side quests for now, so we're gonna actually just teleport back to Morabie. Turn these things in. I should have taken the money there. I don't really know what I was thinking. Shut my mind off for a minute there and just took a weapon I'm not going to be able to use. Whatever, no big deal. Okay. Ooh, these gloves are good though. Definitely pick those up. And we will definitely find ourselves back in Aleport to do this. Return to Western Lanos. Did I not? Oh. Okay, I think these two are the same quest, to be honest. And this one is a different one, which is also done in Aleport, so I'm sure they'll have us going there soon enough. Okay. Suspicious individuals, huh? Down that way. Oh, this is useful to take us down here so we can fight all these things. Usually it's 3. Of course, in this case it's 4, though, that I need. There we go. Got that taken care of too, some extra experience. Blah, blah, blah. I don't know what you're talking about, but I'll do whatever you want without questioning you, because that's what we do. Alright, and then we teleport back to Morby again, because running is for fools. Of course, if you haven't been a member of the game long enough to have been gifted these tickets, or if you don't have somebody who gave you a bunch of money, then running might be in your best interest because you can actually save that money. Early on, money is a little tough to come by, but eventually you just sort of start coming by it, so. Alright, we got that bronze belt. Still need some pants, though. Okay, this one's got us talking to a few people. There's one over here. Find the shifty-eyed sailor. Is he in Morby? I think I might have taken the wrong angle here. For some reason I thought he might have been out here. He still might be too. So let's check. It's him up there. So we actually did take the right path. I'm a genius. I knew that was going to happen. Hello, shifty-eyed sailor. Better not fall off. That would be a little shitty for you. And can we jump down here? Come on. Now we got another quest. Oh, what? Okay. I thought I was done with that quest. Oh, we got a duty coming up. That's what this means. Oh, you know what I totally forgot about? So, as you level up, at level 8, 12, and 16, you get access to these role skills. And I haven't put any of them to use. And all of these are actually pretty good, although we're not really going to need them very often. Rampart just increases your damage, or reduces your damage taken by 20%, increases your defense. So it's very helpful for when you're pulling multiple enemies and when you're tanking. Provoke forces an enemy to attack you, and Low Blow is a stun. So we're going to use these sparingly, because there's not going to be a lot of opportunity to use them until we get into dungeons. But once we get into dungeons, there's going to be a lot of opportunity to use them. So I should have them on the hotbar. That's something I kind of forgot about. Alright, what are we doing here? Defeat the pirates and protect the victory. Here are pirates. So we'll use some Rampart here to just make sure we don't take so much damage. There we go. That is a healer. quick. There, we stunned the heal. And you did. Excuse me. I've already thrown an axe at you. So in these duties, most of the time there are going to be ads. And if there are ads, in most cases you want to take them out first. Because the ads are basically designed to just distract you a little bit. And they're easy enough to kill. Oh. Probably should have focused the healer down first, but whatever. Got some more ads here. Should probably focus on the scrub lords first. These guys are a lot easier to kill, so just take them out. And then this guy. We can use a potion. You always want to use those potions earlier rather than later. Because in case you need another one, you might as well get that cooldown going. There we go. Yeah, you're getting old. Run over here and turn us in now. There's no pants here. Alright, well this quest has us coming back to Limsa. We're probably going to end up calling the video here. We have a couple side quests that we're still in the middle of. No big deal, we'll finish them up as we go. Most of them are taking place in Aleport, and that's where we're going to end up going eventually anyways. So, but since we're going to be in Limsa, it's probably a good place to actually just stop. I think this is an aft castle teleport. Yeah, close enough. Actually, yeah, it's basically the right one. Come on, pants. Daddy needs a new pair of pants. Oh yes, we got him. And we leveled up to 17. There we go. We're finally decent again. That's what I'm all about. Where do you have me going anyway? Feint and strike. Alright, well, like I said, we've completed our quest for pants. So that said, I think this is going to be a pretty good spot to cut the episode. We're already in Limsa, we'll get that rested experience. You can see our rested experience is like through the roof here because I haven't played in a little while. So we'll probably end up getting through that relatively quickly. But that's it, guys. That's going to do it for this episode. Thank you so much for sticking around and giving me that chance to take a break. Let me know what you think about the increased video flow coming out of me in the near future. Hopefully you guys are happy with that, and I've picked the right sort of games for you guys to enjoy. If there are games that you really want to see, let me know, because now is the time that I may be able to fit something like that into my schedule. Like I said, Tooth and Tail is not going to be around forever. It's more of just like a few videos just so I can show you. So there's a slot open. So let me know. Even with Destiny 2 coming in the future, there's still going to be another slot open with that. So if there's something specific you guys want to see, if it's something I can afford, then, or maybe something I already have, which I have a lot, so definitely could be possible that I already have it, but let me know, and I will consider it. But again, thank you so much, guys, for watching. I appreciate you, every last one of you, and we'll see you next time.